I'm very excited to introduce to you the game creation within the Smarty Symbols platform. Here you can create, like the name says, games and activities that are dynamic for your students. Today I'm going to be showing you a demo of what this looks like and how you can start creating 100% custom activities for your students. So as you saw, once you get access to the Smarty Symbols platform, you go to the Game Creation Center. This is my screen, and consider here this white square, the area in which the game will be presented to the student. So the first thing I want to do is add a new page. So now you can see I have here page 1 and page 2. Now page 1, I like to create some kind of an opening of the games. You know how all the games usually have an opening? You can change the color of this background, or you can come here to to elements and create and look for a background to these activities. So if you select, you can see there's a variety of backgrounds depending on the activity that you're looking to create. I'm going to go back and click here to remove background to have my yellow background. Now I have to pick a title for my game. I'm going to drag and drop this text, and then I'm going to come to symbols. I'm going to look for a play button. Let's see here. This would be a good play button. I'm going to enlarge this play button. And I'm going to label this, let's learn verbs. I'm going to put an instruction here. Click on the play button to start. And maybe I will add some images, or maybe add an image here to make this entry cute if I want to. So I can find an image. Actually, since I have one of these, I'm going to go ahead and drag this play here because this game is about learning verbs. So we have a play button, and then I'm going to put eat so that it's another verb. Here we go. Eat. Now this play button here, in order for it to become a play to go to the next page, I want to make it a button. It's not a correct or incorrect button. It's a navigation button. So we click to next. And if we wanted, I'm going to actually add another page here. So now I have 3 pages, just to show you that if you wanted this play button to take you to the 3rd page, you can click go to slide 3 when you click on the play button. But what we actually want is we just want it to go to next, which will be the 2nd page. There is a point in which I'm going to be showing you guys that you can do voice recording and adding sound to this activity. You see this add sound button here? It allows me to add audio and play the audio automatically when the screen launches. But for right now, let me show you what it looks like when we click Launch Activity. Right now I'm prompted to save this game. So I'm going to label it, Let's Learn Verbs. And I'm going to say this is a 1st grade activity. It could also be English. And I'm going to go ahead and save. Once it saves, it will allow me to launch this activity. And here we are loading. And if you see, this is what the child would play once they come in. Look the difference between when I navigate these other pictures versus when I have the play button. When my mouse hovers the play button, it has a little hand. That means that it's clickable. So if I click here, did you see how it took me to the 3rd page? To the 2nd page because it's the play button. Now I'm going to close this. Come back here and continue my design. I want to make my 2nd page green. And I'm going to teach kids about chew. I'm going to add a text. Chew. could add a definition. I'm going to go here to my third page and add another symbol. Let's put drink. So I'm going to make this page orange. Now I can come here, I can copy this text and paste here so that it stays at the same location as I had the word chew. Now I could also insert multiple images here if I'm looking at wanting to present multiple versions of drink. So I could put this other one here that also represents drinking. We want to teach kids generalization. And let me see a different one for drink. And let me see if I have, drinking from a fountain. I'm going to edit. So now I have 3 drinking images. This process seems really familiar to those of you who create PowerPoint presentations. So now I have 3 pages. I'm going to go ahead and add a 4th page. And what I'm going to add here, it could be a checking for comprehension page. So I'm going to come back. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and paste chew again. Then I'm going to come, I can copy this image, paste on the other page. Then I can come here and get one of the drink images and put here. So this could be an activity if you're doing to teach verbs, if you're trying to teach work on reading. The options here are endless. But now we have this text. And then we have these 2 possible answers for the child to select. This is where the magic happens. So now chew is the correct answer. We're going to also make it a button. We're going to mark it correct. And we want to play a sound when they actually find. Now you will notice that this here that has been marked as correct has a green shadow around it so that you know that you've already marked this as correct. Now for this one, we want to mark it incorrect. So you see when I marked incorrect, it has a red shadow. And you can choose to play a sound with it or not have a sound. These are some of the options of incorrect sound we have. Now, you also have the option of combining options on Bake button. So you can have correct and move to next. This way that whenever they click and find the correct, you can go to the next screen. But if you don't want them to go to correct, you just want to stay on the screen, then you don't have to mark the navigation. Now, what I want to share with you guys is that this shadow, it does not display whenever you click launch activity. So let me launch the activity so you guys see what I'm talking about. Oh, actually, I forgot to save. So let's go ahead and save it again so that my modifications get updated onto the activity. I'm going to click launch. So let's learn verb. I'm going to click play. And so my first here is chew, which could be a learning. I'm going to show you how I can also record audio. So whenever they get to the screen, they click on an image, it will play the word chew. Drink, and here is our question. Chew. Is it this one or this one? Remember how we had a green shadow around this one? It's not here. And we had the red. So those green and red shadow on the previous screen is just for us as the creators of this resource to know that we've already applied a setting to an element. So chew, this is the correct answer. This is the incorrect answer. You can always click here, go back to first, or you can skip and go back this way. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I want to show you guys how you can add audio to all of these different slides. We're back here on the screen, and one other thing that I want to show you guys is the ability to duplicate pages. So we know here that we want to also test for comprehension of drink. So I can click here, and now look at how I have two true pages. Now on my second page, I can, instead of true, have the word drink. Now I have to switch because now this one is incorrect. And this one, we want to mark it as correct. So all we did was to change the, it was an easy change from true to drink and change which one is correct, which one is incorrect. I'm going to hit my save button again to make sure all of my changes are applied. You can see we have a total page number 5. Now, what I want to show you guys here is that you can add audio recordings to every single one of these screens. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and record starting with the first screen. So here I can add sound, or I could also add sound without selecting something. So there's two ways of adding sound. If I click add sound here, you will see a play button is going to be added. Let's learn verbs. Click on the play button to start. Now, let me hear how that turned out. Verbs. Click on the play button to start. Well, I didn't like how that turned out, so let me go back and change that. So I'm going to redo and I'm record again. Let's learn verbs. Click on the play button to start. Let's see how that turned out. Let's learn verbs. Click on the play button to start. Click on the play button to start. All right, I'm much happier with this question. And you see now a play button has been added to the screen. I'm going to enlarge it and put it here. So whenever the kids are ready, they know that there's this play button and they will read it out loud, the text for them. This is a way to make things accessible for every student, even non-readers. There are two different ways to add audio. The first was with that play button. The second one is by selecting an element, in this case, the text. So I'm going to demonstrate this with the word chew, and I'm going to record an audio that is going to be associated with chew. There are two ways for me to do this. I can select the picture, or I can select text. I'm going to go ahead and select the text, and I'm going to go ahead and add audio. Chew. And once I click this green check mark, now the audio has been added to this picture. And I can come here and I can select all of them to add an audio. So I'm going to add sound. Drink. And the audio has been added here. Now I'm going to come here on this text, or I'm actually going to add the sound here. Find, chew. Find, drink. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And let's play the activity. Now the activity is ready for us to play. If I click on the play button, let's learn verbs. Click on the play button to start. Chew. So you heard the audio. It's being played by clicking on the picture. Here again. Drink. Find, chew. Did you notice how here it automatically played the audio for the question? Find, chew. And then find, drink. That was it correct. So this is the gist for creating activities on the Game Center within the Smarty Symbols platform. Finally, I just want to show you guys and give you guys some ideas, some incredible ideas for other activities you can create. One of my favorite is adding pictures to a scene and then working on prepositions. So I could put this cup here on top of this, right? on top of. So we can work on prepositions. I'm going to actually find for more cups. So here is another glass of water. I'm going to leave it on the floor. And oops. And this other one here, which I can put in front of the bed. And I'm going to add another one next to the bed or on top of the bed. So look at how on the scene we have 4 different things. Now if I wanted, I could add a text of find the cup next to the bed. You guys see where I'm going, right? So find the cup next to the bed, make it smaller, and I could actually put my text right here since it's find the cup on the bed. Now what I would need to do is select this cup, make it a button, make this a correct, and I could add a sound. So now kids are working on following directions and prepositions with this type of activity. The limitations of what you can create here are really limited just by your imagination, because there is no limit to what kinds of dynamic activities you can create with Smarty Symbols. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, you're welcome to message us, and make sure to check all of our other videos. Thank you.